What's up guys? Today we're going to learn how to make this spinning 3D logo in Adobe After Effects. All you need is a logo designed in Illustrator. Let's go! So we're in Adobe After Effects now, and let's click on New Composition 1920 by 1080, and let's make sure in our 3D render section that we've clicked Cinema 4D. Let's hit OK, and we're going to drag in our logo. So I've got my logo just as an Adobe Illustrator file, which is super handy because you can design whatever you want in Illustrator and then literally just drag it into your project. I'm going to leave this on footage and merge layers. Let's drag that into our composition, tidy it up a little bit. From there, let's right click the layer, create shapes from vector layer. So Adobe After Effects has now hidden that Illustrator file and it's created its own shape or vector layer. So from there, let's make this a 3D layer. Let's come over to this 3D cube here, click that. So now we've got our 3D layer, but it still looks pretty 2D. So what we're going to do is, easiest way to do this is come over to one view and we'll make this two views. So now you've got a front facing view and then you've got this top down view as well. And if you come over to your outlines and hit this drop down menu, you'll notice that you've got more options now. So first thing you want to do is click on extrusion depth and then just extrude that out. So you'll notice that now you've got this 3D object. Okay, let's come back to one view now, and it still looks pretty ordinary, right? You're not seeing any shadows or any lighting off the logo. So let's change that. Let's right click and we're going to add in a few lights. So with your lights, I never really go white. I like to go a bit of an off-white. Looks a little bit more realistic, and let's just leave it at 100% for now, and you want to leave it on spot. So we'll make that, and let's just move this over right into the center, and I'm going to hit Command or Control D to duplicate that, and then I'm just going to come over to the side and then come back to this one in the middle, hit Command D again, and then drag this out to the side. So now you've got these three lights surrounding the front of your logo, but nothing's changed. Why is that? Let's come over to material options. So this is where you get to have a bit of fun. This is where I typically spend most of my time. So I can spend an hour or 2 hours just playing with the different materials, because this is how your logo reacts to light and shadow. So you can make metallic looking logos, or you can make plastic looking logos. A lot of different possibilities here. So to get a little bit more light in, let's bring this metallic down and then play around with the specular intensity as well. So you guys can play around with it, but I like to see a little bit of light on mine. So that's looking a little bit better there. You can see the shadows on the side where the lights aren't as prominent, and then in the front you can see it's pretty lit up. So from there, a lot of people tend to stop there. They go, oh, that's a great looking 3D logo. I disagree. Let's make this better. Let's come over to geometry options, and I find that what makes these logos look a lot better is if you add a very slight bevel. So let's come over, let's go convex bevel, and then let's just bring this all the way up. Let's see what it looks like on full. I don't like how that looks. Some people do. Let's come and bring that down to say 4. Maybe let's go 6. Yeah, that's looking nice. So you can see on the outer edges there that something's happening. You can see that even on the lit up areas, on the outer edge, there's a bit of a shadow. And that's what makes these logos look really good. When they start spinning and you can see the light reflecting off the faces, but then also off that bevel, that's what makes it look really, really nice. So there we have our 3D logo. Let's now animate it. So we're going to come over to this logo and let's play around with rotation first. So what we're going to do is hit R on the keyboard, and that'll bring up our rotation, and let's play around with our Y rotation. Okay, so you can see as I'm playing around with that, it's rotating, but it's rotating on a weird axis. It's rotating on that front axis, because that's where the anchor point is. The anchor point is here. So when I rotate that the other way around, again, the anchor point is in the center, and I don't like that. So I'm going to change that anchor point. I'm going to come around here. Let's actually rotate this to 90 degrees, and let's zoom all the way in. Let's come up here to our anchor point tool, and let's drag that into the center, or roughly about the center. That is spot on in the center. Okay, and we'll zoom back out. So now when I rotate that, it will rotate on that center axis where we just made that anchor point. Fantastic. Let's just reset that. Bring that back into the middle. Okay, so let's set a Y rotation anchor point here, and let's come all the way to the end of our timeline. And what we're going to do is we're just going to, let's go with one full rotation. So let's hit 1 there, and let's see how that looks. And that's looking really cool. You can see that as the logo faces the front where all the lights are, it's getting pretty lit up. The material's a little bit lighter, and then as it faces this 90-degree angle, it gets a lot darker, which I like. You can play around with your lighting position, intensity, color, play around with the materials as well, and you can get some really cool looking rotating logos. Have fun with it, guys, and if you like that, like and subscribe for more.